This is awesome, man. This is like the best. This is one of the best back testing sessions with this that I've had in a long time. 20% is a massive drawdown for this. I rarely see it. So this is really cool. This is actually really, really cool. This is what I found to be the easiest way for traders to get profitable. And it's not what everybody teaches. In fact, so many people are doing this. So many people are taking $640,000 withdrawals and profiting up 114,000. This is my last 6 months. I've shown this. I trade live in front of our community. There's no way I could lie about it. They would just call me out. And I have a one strategy for life model. That's the model I show people. This is like the easiest model in the world. We're waiting for a high time frame, liquidity to get grabbed. We're waiting for a market structure break with clear displacement at a breaker with a fair value gap. It's that simple. If that sounds complicated, then those are things you need to learn. Stay around, subscribe to my channel because you need to learn this stuff, okay? All right, so I have to show you a different way. I gotta show you in a replay mode. There's nothing else I can do other than just backtest, all right? Because you need to see the setup over and over. That's the only way you're gonna really learn it. I can't necessarily just tell it to you because if I tell it to you, it's only gonna make half sense. You need to see it. I'm gonna backtest the NASDAQ, okay? You can do this with anything. You can do it with gold. You can do it with silver. You can do it with the indices of your choice. If you want to do the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, oil, US 30, whatever. All right, so we're going to go back. We're going to give this thing, tell me a month in the last 48 months. Okay, where are we going? 24. I'm going back. 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 24. And give me a day, man. Give me a day here. All right, 28th. There we go. All right. This is the way I like to do my back tests. It's just more, I feel like it's more legit, you know? It's definitely better than TradingView. So this is FX replay. It's my favorite way to do back testing. And we're gonna have a high time frame chart on the right. And then we're gonna have our low time frame chart on the left. We'll say a 1 minute on the left, and we'll say a 4 hour, we'll go to the 4 hour on the right. All right, so how does this work? What are you sticking around this video for, right? You want to see it. Just show me what works, man. All right. The easiest way for you to win is not what everybody preaches. You need to have stop losses that give you the maximum R. R, the only thing that matters is your return, your R's, R, matey. I'm here to tell you that that's not true. Okay? So once you are at this place where you're consistently profitable without stressing, you'll be able to learn how to get a little bit more accurate with your entries. So what do I mean? I mean, stop focusing on an entry model. Stop focusing on trying to find the perfect entry model. Now I have one model because it is actually, when I introduced this with hedging, it got out of control and I tried to teach it. But we're not going to be hedging and we're not going to be messing with a stop loss. Ooh, uh-oh. Don't shoot me now. Oh boy, dude doesn't use a stop loss. One of these guys. You want to know what the fastest way to get profitable is, right? I'm teaching you right now. Just stay with me before you judge. Don't think that you know. If you can show me what I showed you on my MetaTrader and you can show me broker statements like I show, then okay, you have room to talk. Until then, I don't want to hear it, okay? This is the fastest way to become profitable. You need to learn structure. Once you've learned structure, you're going to ask yourself, what is structure on a 4 hour? Are we going up or down? So let me walk you through structure real quick. It's pretty easy. Here you have your high. You add the low. So this is the low of the market. What created that? It was this high. Okay, I use a 3 candle pullback rule. So technically we broke structure moving up here. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. What should we anticipate, Johnny? You probably guessed it, a higher high. So what direction do we want to be taking trades? Very simple. That's it. If you don't know structure, I have a video on structure on my channel. After this video, go watch it. Okay. It will help you. Okay. So we want to be trading up. How do we trade up, Johnny? Well, we're going to wait for high time frame liquidity to be gotten. Okay. There's different types of liquidity. And this is another thing that you need to learn. You have swing liquidity, which is the liquidity at swing points that are very obvious. Basically all of these swings that we just marked. This is where traders are going to put their stops. They're going to put their stops outside of these areas because this is what they're taught. This is why institutions make so much money, because they target where they know everyone's stops are at. This is what everyone's taught. Now, there's also different types of liquidity. There's inefficiency liquidity. And inefficiency liquidity is in areas called fair value gaps. See this right here? This wick and this wick. The gap right there where there's no wick, right? On the body of this candle, that is your fair value gap. So what I know, and what you're about to find out, if you didn't know this, is that price likes to go to the middle of these or fill them. Okay, that's interesting. Just stay with me because there's a reason why you need to know this, okay? Now, there's another one right down here. Fair value gap, right? Where does price like to go? You tell me. In the middle, right? Or fill the entire thing. Good job. Okay, so what are we going to do? All right, now all we do is we look for reasons to go long. At any of these places, we look for a reason to go long. And if it just slams down through all of those, we keep moving left on the chart, looking left, and find a reason to go long. And I'm going to show you what that reason is based on lower time frame structures. So ready? We're going to use our higher time frame. You can set alerts right here. Go do your thing. If this was a real like forward testing, you could just set alerts, go work, go take care of your kids, whatever you got to do, right? In this case, we don't have to do that because we're back testing. So we're just going to play the chart forward. I know this is about an hour before market opens. There's the volatility. And we spike down just a little bit there. That's, let me see. Is that about the middle? That's almost the middle. Almost the middle, not quite. Let this play out a little bit more. Okay, that's the middle. There we go. So once we reach a high time frame area, we just want to kind of glance at the chart. And we want to see where structurally speaking, would price need to break in order to break structure in the opposite direction, okay? So I'm going to get rid of this zone. And we can see that right here, price would need to break this last up candle, okay? And again, if you don't know structure, you got to learn it before we can consider structure being broken. So we're going to play this out. See what price does. The very next candle, this is a 4-hour candle. Time is very important too. I'm not going to get into too much because this is how to do it easily. All right, so you can see we grabbed liquidity from underneath that previous wick, and we're almost filling the entire range now. And structurally speaking, this moves here. Okay, so these, you got to follow price. Okay, then you can set an alert like here. If you were at a job, you'd have to get pretty efficient at that. So this is hence being patient, man. You got to be patient if you want to be a good trader, okay? So look at this. This fills almost to the T, almost to the tick. It fills that gap, okay? Once it fills that gap, now I'm suspecting maybe we get a reversal, but I don't just get in right there. I wait for confirmation. Okay, what is my confirmation? I want that structure to get broken. That's it. Okay, we failed. We fail swung here. This is my new order block. So price needs to break that in order to change direction. Here we go. We're getting close. Nice, beautiful breakout. Now guess what? I have a reason to go long, don't I? Ready, guys? This is the strategy. The fastest way for you to get profitable. Stay with me because I'm not joking. This really is. Okay, we're going to go with we have a $1,000 account size. I'm going to go with a 0.0. I'm going to go with a 0.08. And there's a reason I'm doing that because I understand the sizing and what this means. And when you see the full strategy in motion, what happens when I'm in drawdown, it'll make a lot more sense to you why I am going in at 0.08 sizing. In fact, I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to go with 0.06 sizing. Okay, we're going to buy, get into a market long with no stop loss. That's right, no stop loss, my friends. Okay, now what on the 4-hour is my target? What is my target? All right, my 4-hour target. Well, my target is going to be the external highs for now. So that's going to be the market structure break at the top. So market structure break would be up here. I'm looking for price to break that level, okay? So I'm going to play price out, and it doesn't always happen pretty. So if this happens pretty, it's not for any other reason that just happened. I actually don't want it to happen pretty. Okay, So here we go, just letting price play out, and we're getting, that's 1 o'clock, kind of that middle of the day. And you're going to call this a day trade. Yes, you're not going to call this like a scalp. You can do this on a very low time frame and manage your trade very effectively. I do it every single day. But I'm just simply showing you what's the fastest way for you to get profitable. This is the fastest way for you to get profitable. Okay, so now kind of making lower lows, we kind of broke structure to the downside. None of that's really going to matter because we've already taken a position with the overall higher time frame upward trend. Okay, now I am noticing something that it's just a little something that I didn't really know what my sizing needed to be here. I kind of took a guess. To be honest with you, we should have taken a little bit more sizing, but that's okay. We're going to let this continue to play out because we're not in trouble at all. We took a really low lot size. So we're going to wait and we're just going to continue this. I know this is Asia session. You're going to go to sleep. And look, we're just going to wake up the next day. New York session. Here we go. Boom. We're waking up the next day and we don't know what happened. We went to sleep early, put the kids down, and it doesn't matter what happens here. That's the cool thing about this strategy. You'll see. It doesn't actually make any difference what happens here. So just stay with me and you'll get the picture. So the ultimate high time frame trend ended up being in our favor, right? Because price fulfilled its destiny, grabbed liquidity, and is now moving higher. Now it hasn't quite hit our TP point, so we're just going to let price do that. And notice I didn't take profit, and what happened? Price dumped. Oh my goodness, what the heck? I'm in this for 2 days to make 1%. Again, my sizing was a little off. I'm going to reposition my sizing. Okay, I'm going to actually redo my sizing right now. And so we're going to go with a 0.08 sizing. Buy. That's roughly where I got in. So I actually lost 64 cents on that. Okay. All right. So this is better. It does not matter. I'm glad that this is going down because you can see what happens when we're in drawdown. Okay. Okay. So what did I tell you before? We want to mark liquidity targets, right? The liquidity target here, we already just grabbed again. This is a swing point, right? So we already grabbed it right now. So we could be looking for reasons to go long again. And what we need is something clear, like kind of like what price just did actually. But we're a little too close to our entry, and this will make sense as I keep moving forward. I think we could drop down maybe into this fair value gap. We will see. Maybe this is going to drop significantly. I don't know. Looks pretty bearish. All right, let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. We're going to wait. We're going to go to the next day. Don't worry about the time. You want to be profitable. If you guys are worried about time, you're so screwed. Don't worry about the time, okay? Get that out of your head. Anybody telling you need to be a quick trader and make money fast and all that stuff, just get that out of your head. You just need to be profitable. You just need to be profitable. That's it, okay? So we're going to play this out a little bit. Now, where is our liquidity? Technically right under the swing from previous daily low. Okay, notice price grabbed that right there. So I'm just noticing that, okay? Just keeping that in the back of my head. Okay, there's that fair value gap we tapped. So now I'm looking at that 1 minute time frame right over here. Looking at that 1 minute, seeing if there's a change of structure. Where would structure need to break? Well, this is an obvious swing point right there. You know, this could be an obvious swing point here where we're at, but just kind of waiting to see what price gives us. There we go. Middle of that fair value gap might be the ticket. Let's see. All right, let's see here. So price keeps dropping. And notice what we're down. We're literally down. What is that? Not even 2%, right? So 2%. And this is good. This is what you want. Okay, remember what I tell you, fastest way to get profitable, right? So the sizing is good. The sizing, well, I can even go oversized. Look at the points. So the amount of points to be down 2% is 225 points. So what is about 110 points for drawdown in order to be down 1%. Now I want to say this is more for CFDs with this kind of money. You need about a $10,000 account. I've already done the math for futures, which I've traded futures before as well. You just need a larger account size. So there we go. Look, filling about half of that fair value gap right there, almost to the tick. Okay, and then I'm going to play this out on a 1 minute. And this is getting into that 1 o'clock time period. So this is where we see sometimes reversals in the market. We break structure here. This is our structural break right there. Not a whole lot of displacement over here. I'm going to just wait, see if we can get some displacement. Okay, see if we get that displacement. We didn't really get it. We didn't really get that big move, right? I'm looking for that kind of a real big move. There we go. That's it. That's what I'm looking for right there. So this right here, what is this, 233? No, not quite. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this. Now you see this, right? This volume. That is your reason to go long. High time frame liquidity with a break of structure that isn't like this broke structure, but you know, there's no volume here. There's no breakout. There's no volume. I want the volume, baby. Now this is one candle. Sometimes I like to see multiple before I get in as extra confirmation. But look, this broke multiple structures over here. All right. Anyways, I think you get the point. I'm going to go long. And guess what, guys? Instead of 0.06, this is going to be 0.12. So yes, that is a martingale. Yes, I am martingaling. Yes. And if you think that's stupid, then guess what? You just don't understand statistics. Because statistically speaking, I have a much, much higher chance of winning if I keep, and by the way, this is what all the banks do. They just buy the dips. They continue buying as price moves against them down. As the market dips, they buy. As the market dips, they buy. Don't be silly, guys. Go back 50 years on the NASDAQ. But we are doing it on a smaller time frame based on a 4-hour structure. Now, you might ask yourself, well, what if this 4-hour structure changes? Well, what goes down must come up, okay? And what if it's in a downtrend? Well, then we can take shorts. That's fine. We can do that. Let's go ahead and play this out. Okay, and now you can clearly see what's happened, right? We've now gotten ourselves in a position where we are now up, right? $17 is about roughly almost 2%. And we should still expect higher highs, should we not? This was the low, right? This was the high. This market structure break was here, so we could say this is the high. We had a 3-candle pullback, all right? There's your swing. We fail swung high. We grab liquidity. You can see it with this wick. We went down, created a higher low potentially. We need this to close and move up. So we're going to hold. We're going to hold for better or for worse. If this goes down, that's fine. That's fine. I'm actually glad that it went down. You get to see what happens when you're in a little more drawdown and maybe potentially massive drawdown. And that's okay too. 20-30% drawdown is okay as long as you're not freaking out. Don't freak out. Okay. So right now we're about 5%, 5.7% drawdown. It's getting to that 230 time period. So now we're at a place where we got to go to the next day. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm not even worried about it. 8% down. You can see right there, 8% down. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to the next day. No worries at all. Because I've positioned my trades to a place where, now you might ask, why didn't you just take the win? I honestly want you to see what happens when we're in drawdown. That's the reality. If I don't, you're going to always wonder what happens if I'm in major drawdown. You're just going to do the same thing. And it's the same thing over and over and over. I apologize. I don't know what's happening here. Just the internet or something. I don't know. Okay, here we go. So I need a reason to go long and I want liquidity to get grabbed on the chart. So I'm going to highlight this. Let me delete these real quick, guys, and make this nice and clear and clean for us, okay? So liquidity on the charts. I'm going to mark out certain liquidity zones. This one. I'm gonna mark that out too. I'm marking the bodies. You guys might go from the candles. That's fine. You can mark candles as well. They're zones to me, but that's fine. Okay, so we're already dipping. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now market is open. We get that liquidity surge, right? And I'm gonna play this out kind of slower. I just want to see what happens here. Okay, we do dip. Bam, just grab that. Look at that right there. Grabbing the liquidity. This is our market structure break. If the market moves up past this level, we'll consider that our break. Let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, nice. See that volume? See that volume? That's what I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for. Guess what? That's all I need. The last one was 0.16. Yeah. So we went 0.06, 0.12, and then 12 is going to be 0.34. Here Here we go, 0.34 sizing, market order long right there. And here we go. Let's see if we have called this correct. And you'll notice a lot of times I will be right. This will go up. And you can do this for scalping. You can do this for scalping. But you just have to be very careful with your sizing if you're going to do what I'm doing here. You have to use a sizing that's not going to hurt you, okay? I'm going to play this out a little faster, guys. Okay, nothing's different. We can't add a trade if we're in between trades, okay? So everything's fine right here, looking like we're going to go to the next day. This is actually really this is a great example. And you're just going to go to sleep. You're just going to go right to the next New York session. You're not going to worry about it. That's what I'm clicking right here. 1 hour before the New York session. That's what I have this custom session to. And you're not going to worry about it. Remember, this is the fastest way for you to get profitable. And I know I'm going to get flack from this. People are going to say, oh, it's the fastest way to blow your account. Yes, if you use the wrong sizing, I promise you're not going to be very good at this and you're going to blow your account. You can't use bad sizing. If you want to learn how to do this more, come and hang out with me, man. I got a whole community, and I show this. I literally post signals for this particular thing. I have something really, really special that I'm rolling out, and I'll drop it here on YouTube sooner or later. But anyways, doesn't matter. You come and check it out. Look, we're looking for reasons to go long. We're in between trades, so we can't add. But here we go. Guys, watch it. Watch it, read it, and weep. I'm telling you, man. You're going to see it, and then I'm going to be like, yeah, I told you so. Let's see. If we continue going down, that's perfectly fine. I can't do anything. Sometimes it's going to take you days, guys. Yes, intraday trading is a real thing. It's okay as long as you're making money, dude. Especially if you have a job, especially if you're learning how to scalp on the side. This is the best and easiest way to be a profitable trader right here. And I know I've done it. 7 years of trading. I sat with a mentor who showed me this along with hedging. I know what I'm talking about. Look, here we are. Now we're in profit. We have an uptrend going. So look, on this lower time frame, we have this uptrend going. Let me play it. I'm going to play out another few minutes of time here. Let's see, what time is it? It's 2:30. So I'm always thinking time. I don't like to hold trades overnight if I don't have to, right? And we're about, well, this isn't very much up, right? We're about 1.5% up on this $1,000 account. So I'm looking for bigger gains. So I'm going to hold this just a little bit longer. So we create another high. As long as we're looking like we're still going higher, I'm just going to hold this. Then this looks like it breaks a little bit of structure. So what do I do in this case? All I do is I take the trade right down here that's in profit, and I'm going to close that position. Okay, I'm going to close that position. Okay, so I bank some profits, and I'm down on these two trades. No problem. No problem. Look, I'm going to play the rest of the day out. I'm going to go ahead and play the rest of the day. Maybe I set some alerts. Okay, now I'm going to go to sleep because it's Asia session, so I'm going to go to sleep. We pump up a little bit during London. And guess what I'm doing, guys? I'm going over here to the 4 hour and I'm marking my liquidity again because we don't have any open trades beneath us. So this is a target right here. And stay with me here. This is a target here. This is a target here because things can get wild real quick, okay? Things can get wild real quick. So just stay with me and you'll see what I mean. Trust me. Just trust me. Okay, I'm going to play this 1 minute out. Actually, I'm going to speed this up just a little bit. Okay, here comes the open. And I need us to grab liquidity from underneath if we're going to go higher. Not high time frame liquidity above us. I want the liquidity below us. Okay, if we're going to go higher, I need that to get grabbed or I just hold. Okay, here we go. Okay, going to continue to hold. New York session. It's 11. Notice we're coming right back up into that positive territory, and I'm gonna hold. No, I'm not gonna do anything until I hold. Until I see high time frame liquidity grabbed, and we almost were in profit. I'm not going to close that trade out. It's not worth it. You'll see. Trust me. I've done a lot of back testing with this as well as forward testing. By the way, lots of forward testing as well. So here we go. That high time frame liquidity is grabbed. Now I'm looking over here to the left, seeing if I can get that push right in this area, but it's the end of day, so that 2:30 time is coming up. There's that push. You see that? So there's a little bit of a push. There is your breaker right there. Okay, so this should really hold. But even if it doesn't, this is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot here. So I'm looking at, once again, that 0.34 order right there. I'm going to go ahead and market order long. That's a buy. Okay, and here we go. We're going to play out that 1 minute time frame. Let's see if we can get that wick filled up to the top of the range. And we're in profit there. Market. Now I'm going to have to sleep overnight on this. Not a big deal, but I probably would be watching, because if we hit up in this area, I might want to take some profits. So I'll set alarms throughout the night. I'm not going to lie, guys. I do it. I set alarms throughout the night, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Those are kind of like the big areas that I look at. Sometimes my body just wakes me up, dude. Like I can't sleep throughout the whole night. It's just the way I'm wired. You trade for 7 years and make the kind of mistakes I've made. You wake up in panic sometimes. All right, I'm just going to skip to the New York session right when we wake up, and we're going to live with whatever happened overnight. I'm really interested in trading the New York session volume. And this has taken a long time. Thank you guys for watching the video. It's taken a long time to get to a place where we can see what the heck are we going to do here, right? What kind of profits are we talking about? And here we go. So high time frame on the chart. We did hit some high time frame there. We also have high time frame down here. And then I've marked the ones beneath that. So market has just been a little bearish. No big deal. Okay. I can't add if I'm too close to price. If I'm within 100 points of price, here you can see 100 points would be roughly, roughly 100 points. I'll say roughly 100 points. You can say maybe 80 to 100 points. Okay, see that high time frame liquidity grabbed? Okay, there we go. Nice little volume above this break right here. So guess what this means? Yes, this means I add again. Now, I might want to see a little bit more just as confirmation. Just as confirmation if I'm going to add right here. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and place that order. The last one was 0.34, right? So this one's going to be 0.68. So 0.68. We'll go ahead and add that to the chart. And notice our drawdown, less than 10%, not really tripping. It's all good. And let's see if we can get a run. Let's see if we can get something going here. All right, so here we go. We're in profit. Didn't take any profit yet because I want to actually get in profitable territory on my balance down there to the right. So this is getting close to the, now this is awesome, man. This is like the best. This is one of the best back testing sessions with this that I've had in a long time. 20% is a massive drawdown for this. I rarely see it. So this is really cool. This is actually really, really cool. Okay. So we reach down, we kind of almost grab this high time frame liquidity. It's getting towards the end of the day. I need to, there it is. We really tap it now. We tap those equal lows, boom, getting them out of the market, boom. Those equal lows are grabbed. And look at that. Look at the structure with the volume. This is perfect. Guess what I'm doing, guys? You already know, right? So it was 0.68. I don't want to mess up on the math, so I am going to use a calculator. What is 0.68 times 2? It's 1.36, 1.36 long, and we're going to buy. Guys, this is really cool. I'm happy that you get to see what happens when we're in drawdown. Remember I said this is the fastest way for you to get profitable. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades on the board. This is very, very, very rare that you're going to get 5 trades on the board if you do this correctly. So we're going to play this out. And at some point, the market has to shift. That's what we have to understand. The market has to shift, okay? At some point. The deal is, can you handle the drawdown? Can you handle that sweat? And can you handle the heat? I'm going to go to the next New York session. Here we go, just getting right into it. And you can see that the market had some type of crazy sell. Maybe it was I don't know what that is. Wow. Okay. Case in point. Case in point right there. You can now see off of that account we were down, what, 36% around there. We don't care about news. I never have cared about news in a back test. I never think about it. I never thought about it. So in this case, what does price do? This is kind of weird how it shows us over here, but so I'm going to go with the right side because I don't know what's going on over here, but we can clearly see we're in profit. So we're going to deleverage. We take our profits from these trades right here. We can close everything out in profit because we've now really really gotten in some real good profits, so we can close the majority of these out. We can hold the ones that were down. We don't even need to close those. Let me go ahead and tap. Oh, it was the open. I see. Oh, so we gapped up. Yeah, big time. We basically some type of news event, 7:30 a.m. Central News. So now we're gonna just let it rock, because look, we're now in a downtrend on the 4-hour. By the way, so trying to get profitable, so we can actually close these out as we see fit. This does look like an impulsive move to the upside, and I think we'll probably go and take out the highs. We'll see. There's the high, which is probably hold here. It's all about being able to hold and knowing when to hold, knowing when to fold. I mean, there's a song about it, man. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. All right, set a break even stop here. And you can see that in this backtesting session, we were able to, with literally one really solid, I'm going to just trail stop this, with one trade session. I know that it lasted multiple days, but let's go back and let's look, because I was not many trades taken on the chart, and that rarely happens, guys. You might have seen that and go, oh man, if you just got into like a 35% drawdown on one back test, this must not be great. Let me explain something to you. I've done this live. I made multiple 6 figures from doing this type of trading. But what I did was a little different because I hedged. Okay, so it was a little different, but you can see we had a total of 7 trades, giving us a percentage of 67% gain on the account. So was that hard, right? Was it hard? No. Did it take understanding a lot of things? No. And did it risk a little bit more than, let's just say, if you had, like I trade with my $200,000 account, I'm not trading this specific strategy with my 200K account. I'm just not doing that. But let's just say what it is. If you had a higher account size, a larger account size, you may not want to risk 35%. That's totally understandable. That's up to you. For me, I may feel comfortable doing that someday. And I've done it in the past. Okay. I've felt less risky in my life these days. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. But a little bit higher risk, but a very high win rate, a very easy method to get profitable. And to be honest, if you do it right, okay, you can be profitable most of the time. The way you can get yourself in trouble is if you do it wrong. And if you do it wrong, you're going to be adding positions in the wrong areas. What most bots do, in fact, let me just show you something. What most trading bots will do is they will make positions based on distance, okay? And so you get into all these positions that have nothing to do with structure, that have nothing to do with, liquidity, right? So if you could train a bot, which you somewhat can, guys, but I got to be honest with you, there's a little bit of intuition that comes with this, a tiny bit. After you've been trading for 7 years, you just kind of know certain things. And I can tell you, most of the time, most of the trades that I take with this model, you remember that first trade that we did, and it was about 1% up, but the market was about to close for the day? I will take that 1%, and I'll just start fresh the next day. So it'll be like days where it's just 1%, 3%, then I hold a trade for a day, I'm holding it for another day, and then all of a sudden it's 2 or 3%. The average in a month is anywhere from, honestly, 20%, 30%, 15%, all the way to I'm doubling an account within a week. By the way, let's just look real quick, because the actual amount of time that took was really not a lot of time. Remember, we were sitting there and oops, I'm sorry, guys, that was the wrong one. And I said, be patient, just be patient. I know this is taking a while. Reality is, you know how long that was? That was 12 days. You made, this made 67% in 12 days. You know what I mean? So a lot of times I see this strategy doing even more than that. I mean, literally within a week, doubling an account, stuff like that. So anyways, this is the easiest way to get profitable. If you want to learn more, come join me in my community. I literally trade this model on the side as a signals group. And part of we're not a signals group, okay, but part of the Midas Touch trading group is a signal. There's an area where you get a signal. And I might just be rolling out something that's automated where you're in full control. Yes. So you can call it a bot, whatever. We'll call it AI for right now, but it's going to be pretty cool. And so if you want to learn more about that, come in, check it out. I have stats. Check out the last YouTube video that I released on Stuart. He's been trading with me now for over a year. He has a prop firm account. I have multiple traders in my trading group with prop firm accounts. We crush it. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, this is one way, and this is the easiest way for you to get profitable. But I don't know what to tell you. Like, for me, it took me 4 years, banging my head against the wall. My stop kept getting hit. It was like paper cut, paper cut, paper cut. Finally, I'm like, all right, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Sat with a guy for 9 months. The guy had a 7-figure account. You would have never guessed. Okay, he was a pilot for like 30 years. And you would have never guessed. He's got a 7-figure trading account. He doubled it. In a matter of 9 months, I saw him with my own 2 eyes every single day trading. And he would just add. He was an intraday type of trader, and he would just add positions, ladder order in. And I took that model and I started to hedge. So, because what he was doing, he was adding in zones, support and resistance zones. And it was phenomenal. Great trading. Very similar to what we're doing here, except he was using zones instead of adding when you see volume and you see market structure and you see liquidity. I think those things I've grown into, that is what's helped me grow my account extremely fast. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up if you like it, and drop me a comment, man. Let me know if you like this, and go back test it. Let me know your results. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.